Yo, 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 what's up? What's up? So, this is the moment that you go get all your friends and try to debunk anything that Sabir Bey is presenting. And when you try to debunk me, you have to have some facts. So, if you're going to debunk me, please have your facts in hand, not what you found on Wikipedia, not what you heard on somebody else's platform, because they don't show you anything. So please, if you want to debunk what I'm saying, I am on YouTube, y'all, on X. So I'm speaking to my people on X. So Real Sabir Bey on X. If you're on Real Sabir Bey X, please share this out on Real Sabir Bey X. If you're on the gram, please send this to somebody in their inbox 1,000 times. Not once. You got to send it to them a couple of times so they can get it. So keep sending it to them until they get it in their DMs. Or if you have X, please retweet this out on X, and they can come to the cipher and debunk anything that I'm saying. I forgot I got to speak politically correct to some of y'all because I have that Philly slang. I have a Philly slang thing, so y'all got to bear with me, okay? So let's say it right. Debunk the right way. Debunk. Let's go. Stan, what up? Let's go. Let's go, brother. Hold up. Are y'all sharing this out? Hold up.
From the north to the south, from the east to the west, Africans diaspora, but never lost regrets. We ain't a color, we are people, a nation, a vibration.
Let's go.
Let the whole world know we are one. We are one, yeah, Africans worldwide. Not a skin tone, it's spirit inside. From Kingston to Cape Town we rise. No more labels, no disguise. We are one, yeah, let truth run wide. Children of the sun still dignified. Not black, not other we define. We are one and we won't divide. Call me African, not a shade they choose, not a crayon in the box. I refuse to lose identity deeper than the color you see. With tribes, nations, roots like a baobab tree. We built the pyramids, rolled on stone. Carried the science, math of our road. Mali to Maroon, we stood strong. 400 years, still sing the freedom song. We are one, yeah, Africans worldwide. Not a skin tone, is spirit inside. From Lagos to London we rise. No more labels.
Bring them all to the cipher. Bring the foundational Black
We
America.
are one, yeah, let truth run wide.
Come on.
Children of the sun still dignified. Not black, not other we define. We are one and we won't divide. In Brazil they dance to our beat. In New York they walk with our feet. In Haiti we broke every chain. In Sudan we rise after pain. Not a label from slave master's pen.
Come on, let's go.
We original men and women again. With melanin blessed hearts so divine. But our name is not color, it's culture and spine. Oh, eyes of Africa. Oh, every daughter and son. Remember the drum, remember the song. We are many, but we move as one. We are one, yeah, Africans worldwide. Not a skin tone, it's spirit inside. From Accra to Atlanta we rise. No more labels, no disguise. We are one, yeah, let truth run wild. Children of the sun still dignified. Not black, not other we define. We are one and we won't divide. So next time you look at me,
Come on, let's go.
see black, see legacy, see history, see royalty. We are not the color, we are one. Roll with it. Roll with it. Roll with it. DJ Derek.
Yo, so what's up, everybody? Oh, y'all scared? Oh, they running yet? Stand? Come on, the feed stand. They're gonna run. So people be asking me all the time, how do you be coming up with this content? It's already in my head. So did y'all go share this to the Foundational Black Americans? If they are on Twitter or X, please send this out to them, because they do a lot of talking and arguing amongst one another for what? And when they speaking about the Moors, they really don't know the history of the Moors. Anybody that's trying to tell you about the Moors is a religious group of people or just North Africans, then put your money on me and put me in a room with any of them. Let's do 20 of them in a room with Sabir, and you get a time limit with me. You get a time limit. So anybody believing that the Moors is a religion, then put your pennies together. The link is up. So remember, we won. This is a universal thing, baby. And everywhere you look, you're going to find the history of the Moors. No doubt about it. Okay? No doubt. So please share it out. Let's take y'all on a hip-hop journey. Remember, I'm the fifth in the hip-hop. You ready? Hey, Stan, I thought you was one of the foundational dead Americans, bro. I'm just waiting for one of them to try. I'm waiting for 5 of them just to try me. I'm waiting.
Man, they trying to separate our people, man.
They could be, listen. He says they sellouts. Well, brother, I mean, Jarrell, you can come on the feed, brother, and talk about they sellouts, but I'm hip-hop. You ready? I'm going to take y'all all the way from what this is a movement, what we do. This is not a religious organization. This is a movement. So please move out and share out. Not no fake Wakanda people neither. We're not talking about fake Wakanda. Let's go. I'm going to take y'all from New York, LA, and then straight into Japan. Y'all see the title, right? I'm going to show you what hip hop is really about. You ready? Let's go.
This guy stepping to me.
Let's go.
Don't come up in there with none of that bull. We about to do it like this.
Act like you don't see the link, y'all.
All the way from the Bronx. LBC, what's up?
Go.
Let's do this. This a movement. Let's go. Here we go. I'ma prove it. Let's go. Here we go. KRS-One.
Happy Sullivan for the
KRS-One. The G little Let's go. Here we go. This a movement. Let's go. Here we go. I'ma prove it. Let's go. Here we go. KRS-One. G little Let's go. Radio waves making you behave like a slave. There's so many ways to enhance what you crave. Microchips and optic clips have you licking your lips with your eyes fixed on having fast whips. It's funny how we call cars whips. We slave for it. How many times are you beaten by their tricks? You looking at an eclipse. They the dark spot in front of the light. Shut your eyes quick. International KRS passing through. When you spell hip hop, the H is always capital. Here's what we have to do. It ain't hard to see. KRS, little I, Warren G. That's the power. Ain't no calm in me. And open hour. They see the God in me. Pardon me. In hip hop, your heart is free. What you telling me? KRS, LBC. It's a movement. Let's go. Here we go. I'ma prove it. Let's go. Here we go. KRS-One. Let's go. Here we go. Warren G, little I. Let's go. Here we go. It's a movement. Let's go. Here we go. I'ma prove it. Let's go. Here we go. KRS-One. Let's go. Warren G, little I. South Bronx, Southside Bronx. Boogie down to my G-Funk Productions. Mic check 1, 2, move a little something. Stomping with my peeps, hip-hop, declaration of peace. Street movement, let's go, here we go. Let's keep it music, let's go, here we go. I'ma prove it, let's go, here we go. If you got beef with hip-hop, let's go, here we go. International income, somewhere in the suite, watching Ichiro hit and runs. Life is sweet, I take it back where I'm from. Knowledge rules supreme over nearly everyone. It's a shame how we caught up in the material lifestyle. And our next generation living wild. It's time for discipline, time for listening to this declaration of hip-hop christening. This a movement, let's go. I'ma prove it, let's go. KRS-One, let's go. Warren G, little I, let's go. This a movement, let's go. I'ma prove it, let's go. KRS-One, let's go. G, little I.
My name is L-I-L-A-L, little I-Yo, tuna got bigger hip-hop. 浸透するバイブス新風まき散らすバイルス US to Japan 旋風起こす革命時ワレンジから奏でるビートガラスワン起こす快進撃譲れないこの席政権の霹靂リリリラリリリラリでヒップホップ西も東も左も右も限界を超え破壊しかける境界線パン自動的な流行の中に堂々と佇むヒップホップ魂焦がす言霊に自由を与えに地に降り立った守護神言葉遊びの羅列陳列戦術現実知る手がかり What you tell me Little I and an L to C
It's a movement, let's go, here we go. I'ma prove it, let's go, here we go. KRS-One, let's go, here we go. On the G, little let's go, here we go. It's a movement, let's go, here we go. I'ma prove it, let's go, here we go. KRS-One, speaking on the whole beat, speaking on the G, little let's go, here we go. It's a movement, let's go, here we go. I'ma prove it, let's go, here we go. KRS-One, let's go, here we go. On the G, little let's go, here we go. It's a movement, let's go, here we go. I'ma prove it, let's go.
Don't nobody. Let me ask you a question, bro. What other show you know comes on with fire like that, Stan? Let me know. You know what show
Nobody.
off the top. Don't no show comes on like that. Oh no, it's not. No, nobody come on a show like that, baby. Fire.
Turn the volume up.
Crazy, right? I keep trying to tell you, I'm good at what I do. So I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna play something. So I seen something when I was out today, right? About Dean Cain. About Dean Cain, right?
Yeah.
Hold up. I'm trying to do something.
I think I seen the video. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he
seen
change
it,
his
right?
name? He was somebody.
He changed his name,
That's crazy.
right?
Well, a lot
So-
of them do that.
Oh yeah. Sean Penn and all of them. Charlie Sheen, all of them. They all changed it. Nicolas Cage, they all changed their names. Okay, they all did. So, what's up, Blue?
Peace. Okay, it's off mute now. Peace. How's everyone?
Yeah, they all. I'm good. They all changed their names, right? So I was
Yeah,
looking
they
at this.
changed the name to fit in.
Yeah, to fit in, right? That's what most niggas do. So the crazy part is, right? Give me 1 second. I'm trying to.
What is the hip hop?
I ain't gonna start that yet. Go bear with me. Get off the top. So, I saw this video with Dean Cain, and I was like, "What the hell is this?" Right? So I'm gonna explain this to y'all. So please, it's time to go try to debunk what I'm saying. Dean Cain. Most Negroes get jobs on police departments, city council members thinking they're going to make a change. Y'all doing the same thing. Ain't nothing different what Dean Cain is trying to do. So people out here beating up Dean Cain, even though it's wrong. Most of you Negroes do the same thing and mistreat your own people. It ain't nothing different. They do stuff to fit in. So bear with me 1 second. I just love the way black folks just love drama. It's crazy how we love the drama. So well, let me find this Dean Cain thing. Give me 1 second. Where is it at?
But when it comes to sharing this truth, man, they don't want it.
These niggas are
But they love that drama.
They act like they smart. So it's time to go get all the smart people. Let's go. Now I looked at this dude video and I was laughing. I said, "You told." I don't know where he got this information from, but he got half his stories. But bear with me. Watch this.
Dean George Tanaka to his parents, Sharon Thomas and Roger Tanaka. Roger's parents were John Megumi Tanaka and Miyoka Tanaka. Dean has mentioned several of his family members were imprisoned at the Minidoka War Relocation Center, also known as a Japanese internment camp. This is important to note because Dean George Tanaka, who changed his name to Dean Cain after his mother remarried, made a very public note that he was joining ICE to chase down immigrants. Now, you're obviously seeing the full circle nature here, but this is not uncommon. Many times throughout U.S. history, people who were not part of the dominant class or ethnicity joined law enforcement to hopefully be treated better than the rest of their ethnicity, or even better in their eyes, assimilate to the dominant ethnicity. So here are 3 examples of how this happened throughout history. 1, the book How the Irish Became White, written by Noel Ignatieff, documents the violent treatment of Irish immigrants and their journey to assimilation. One of those means to assimilation was by becoming cops. Number 2.
They call that one-eye charge. You want me to play a black slaver, a
black slaver is lowered in the head, house, and
Formerly enslaved black people found themselves sometimes carrying out the same abhorrent treatment of themselves on their counterparts. The idea is if you can climb up in a system of anti-blackness, at least you won't be at the bottom of a system of anti-blackness. We saw this in full display with the public lynching of Tyree Nichols by the Memphis Police Department. And number 3, where we started in this video, Dean Cain. To have had a family in the 40s be imprisoned by the US government based solely on their ethnicity, and then to turn around and be a part of a regime that seeks to do the exact same thing is an act of attempted assimilation, where if you somehow were asked to detain and deport your grandparents, you would. Which is why Margaret Cho, in response to Dean Cain becoming ICE, said,
why would you join ICE and encourage people to join ICE when your ancestors were interned in World War II and you're Japanese? Like you're not even white. Like you're not white.
You're not white.
I know you, and you are not white. You have never been white. And no matter how many of these white activities that you participate in is never going to make that happen.
Dean Cain was born Dean George Tanaka to his parents Sharon Thomas and Roger Tanaka. Roger's parents were John Megumi Tanaka and Miyoka Tanaka. Dean has mentioned several of his family members were imprisoned at the Minidoka War Relocation Center, also known as a Japanese internment camp. This is important to note because Dean George Tanaka, who changed his name to Dean Cain after his mother remarried, made a very public note that he was joining ICE to chase down immigrants. Now, you're obviously seeing the full circle.
Now, the problem that I have here, they're not white, they're not black people. They were never black. See, this is what I tell you about people with half stories, right? Half the stories. Those people, if you did your research, they were Moors people. You see why they don't talk about the Moors? And you got a lot of people in this conscious community doing the same thing, selling y'all out. Those people were Moors. Facts. Let me help y'all out. Remember, I told you facts can be researched, analyzed, and proven. Even if y'all Google something on AI, y'all better fact check it. You better fact check it. If you punch me in AI right now, Blue, ain't kind of correct on that part though. I ain't gonna lie. It was some stuff I was like, where did it all come from? But they call me punching. Just go to AI and say Sabir Bay, and watch what pops up. Funny as hell. I do that a lot. I be trying to figure out what they got on me. I be Googling my name and stuff. Let me see what they saying about me. Did they say I was I did porn yet? Did they say I was gay yet? I'm trying to figure it out. Yeah, but yeah. I Google myself sometimes too. And I actually go to AI. So, and that's how I usually get in the buildings too. When I be saying I'm the press, Google me. Right? So let's go to here for a second. Let's find out who these people are. If you did real research, you'll find out that Dean Cain's lineage, when he got these fake foundational black Americans, my lineage. Nigga, your lineage is not even black. I'm still trying to figure out the foundational black Americans with their lineage talk. They keep saying my lineage is foundational black American. Nigga, your lineage. Hold on, let me ask you a question. Blue, do you think any of these foundational black Americans truly know what lineage is? I'm asking. I need a smart person on my
Everybody's always a student. Or they should be anyway.
They really be trying. I'll be like, your lineage has to go back to something.
Has to.
Going back to, are we using common sense and logic? How did y'all let these people get on these feet? And they be ready to go to war with their own people about this, but they be like, nigga, I'm gonna tell you. Yeah. Well, my lineage don't go back to Africa. Then where the hell did it go back to? I'm waiting. Where? You have these dudes that don't do no research, and you follow dudes. If y'all don't like that I said Tariq Nasheed's name, y'all should send us over to Tariq Nasheed. I'm fine with it. I told you I do Amanda Seal and Madib Hassan, 20 of them, 20 of the foundational black Americans against Sabir Bay. And we give them, hey Blue, we gonna give them a time. You know how many people show up for that joint? They be like, nigga, I got to see this mom.
Facts, no doubt.
Oh my God, they would show up on that, bro. But they can't show nothing. Not near foundational black American can show you anything. They just tell you stuff. But yet the Moors can show you everything. We can literally show you everything. There they go right there. So let's show you another one. Hold up. Roll with it production. There go my brother right there. People finally waking up, Sabir. No doubt. They getting there, brother. That's all we got to do. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. I don't get paid for this, y'all. I keep trying to tell you, I really don't get paid for this, but I do what I do. Moors of Japan. So,
Wow.
oh, y'all sending this out to the Foundation of Black America? I told you what I speak. I told you what I speak, right? I'm hip hop. So when you hip to something, you hop out on what you know. That's what hip hop is. And for anybody that's claiming the hip hop is a Wolof language. It's an African. Let me make this one more time for these conscious people. If you think I'm lying, I'm gonna help y'all out, okay? Any of you foundational Black Americans want it, go get your head. Tariq Nasheed. That word is a Wolof language. And the word hippie means to open one's eye. It comes from Senegal. Don't believe me? Do your research. The word hippie. So if you want to take it to the hip hop, when you hip to something, you hop out on what you know. Any takers before we move forward? I told you I speak hip hop. Bring it.
I don't speak Swedish, but I don't speak Spanish, but I don't speak Japanese, but I don't speak French, but yeah, we speak hip hop. Step on my culture, proud, singing the praises loud. We speak hip hop.
Come on. We speak hip hop, baby. We're tied all together, Blue. Watch this. We speak hip hop. Tariq supposed to be a hip hop head. Where's he at? Come on.
I don't speak Swedish, but he speak hip hop. I don't speak Spanish, but he speak hip hop. I don't speak Japanese, but he speak hip hop. I don't speak French, but yo, he speak hip hop. Stand by my culture, proud, singing the praises loud. Fatal connection, on parle hip-hop, la rime du bled détenté. Sans souci, nous, on parle souris, sans souci, on parle slang, et ma grand-mère est en souci. Connection, junction, fatal connection.
We speak hip-hop, baby.
Dans ma nation, interpublie, je crache la force africaine, en tant qu'appui, des politiques et internes. I don't speak Swedish, but he speak hip hop. I don't speak Spanish, but he speak hip hop. I don't speak Japanese, but he speak hip hop. I don't speak French, but yo, he speak hip hop. Stand by my culture, proud, singing the praises loud. He speak hip hop. She's on the beatbox going, KRS is on the microphone flowing. We came here tonight to start showing hip hop. In case you not knowing, speaking it, living it, seeking it, giving it. I've been in it, Grandmaster Flash still spinning it, hipping it, popping it, flipping it, dropping it. Ain't no stopping it, Chris is winning it, popping and rocking it. That pop, we not
Hip hop is universal, baby.
Hip hop you get, the topic is hip hop and its ability to drop knowledge on top of kids. The topic is living positive, murder and prison that you think the prerogative. We want to live and grow like a treetop. There's 5 countries here, but we speak hip hop. I don't speak Swedish, but he speak hip hop. I don't speak Spanish, but he speak hip hop. I don't speak Japanese, but he speak hip hop. I don't speak French, but yo, he speak hip hop. Stand by my culture, proud, singing the praises loud. He speak hip hop. I don't speak Swedish, but he speak hip hop. I don't speak Spanish, but he speak hip hop. I don't speak Japanese, but he speak hip hop. I don't speak French, but yo, he speak hip hop. Stand by my culture, proud, singing the praises loud. He speak hip hop.
Remember, I told you I'm the 5th element of hip hop, baby. So I'm gonna show y'all something. See, in the real hip hop, the 5th element is knowledge. Ain't no knowledge being spit on these songs. And guess what? All of these people that's talking about Dean Cain, these niggas in hip hop doing the exact same thing. The cops are doing the same goddamn thing. The black cops, all of them. Your city council members, Oh, they selling you out too, from the one in Philadelphia to the one that's in DC. Pick your poison on any of these people. And if they don't do their job, they're not going to get paid. See, I don't get paid. I got a lot of you. But see, this is what I'm about, teaching our people. Let me show you how about culture. We should do something like this. Let me show you how everything goes back to Africa. No doubt. She got the gospel hip hop too. No doubt. No doubt. So let me show y'all the history. These are Dominicans, right? Pay attention, y'all. Any foundational Black Americans want to take this up yet? Any of y'all want to go at it with me yet? Y'all need to tweet this out. Hurry up. Tweet it out. So let me show you something. Check out these young brothers, Dominicans. Listen to this.
Yeah, where we at?
He's a
Nightmare! But you want a rap battle? What? Rap battle?
No, I don't rap.
I don't rap.
But I got a
These
question
niggas
for you,
right
though.
there.
We're gonna play a little game of true or false. You ready?
I'm ready.
The question is it true or false that the Dominican Republic was originally called Santo Domingo?
Well, it was actually called Quisqueya.
He's
But in La Isla de Española, that was its true name until, the conquistadors that came and they colonized it. And they altered the name to Santo Domingo. And then it changed to La República Dominicana.
Okay.
That's what happened.
Okay. Next question.
And originally, the real name of that land was Haiti. Which means land of high mountains.
Haiti.
And Quisqueya means the mother of all lands. I know my history.
All right. So another question. The national drink, Mori Soñando, was made as a homemade drink, but was made in a Puerto Rican household. True or false?
False.
Correct.
Dominican all the way. Three for three.
Last one. El plato dominicano, mangú, was brought to Dominican Republic by the West Africans. True or false?
True.
Yes.
You don't get it yet?
My boy won in the building.
Baby,
Come
all day.
on.
West African.
And it
Oh, y'all don't like this, B. Come on, man. Where y'all at? One more time.
World last star, nigga. In it. Let's go. Hey, man, you already know what is going on. We out here in Dykeman.
Where the fuck we at?
In Dykeman! Wait. Where we at? Dykeman!
Let's rewind it back to the
English? Look, Jack. Look. Purpose for a purpose. You matter. God loves you. I love you. Love yourself. Understand yourself. So you can accept yourself. Word.
one more time for the cast.
Where we at?
Dykeman!
But you want a rap battle? What?
That's so dope.
Nah, I don't rap.
We didn't even do stuff like this. Nigga, I'm black, brother. I got a black flag. I'm
We're
foundation.
gonna play a little game of true or false.
Go.
You ready?
I'm ready.
The question is it true or false that the Dominican Republic was originally called Santo Domingo?
Well, it was actually called Quisqueya. But in the La Isla de Española, that was its true name until, the conquistadors that came and they colonized it. And they altered the name to Santo Domingo. And then it changed to La República Dominicana.
Okay.
That's what happened.
Okay. Next question.
And originally, the real name of that land was Haiti. Which means land of high mountains. Feel me? And Quisqueya means the mother of all lands. I know my history.
All right. So another question. The national drink, Mori Soñando, was made as a homemade drink, but was made in a Puerto Rican household. True or false?
False.
Correct.
Dominican all the way. Three for three.
More. Last one. El plato dominicano, mangú, was brought to Dominican Republic by the West Africans. True or false?
True.
Yes, go! Let's go! My boy won in the building. Come on!
It does and it does.
West Africans, baby. That's
we
what
have
the
a
word
world
was.
last star, nigga.
Senegal.
Let's go.
They're not us, brother. They're not us. They're not our people. You know why they're not your people? Because you're dead people. You're black people. There's no such thing as black people, period. That's the reality. You can walk the Moors into all of that. Just bear with me 1 second. You know, paella is not a Spanish meal. Y'all do know that, right? Somebody Google paella, the Moorish dish. Google the Moorish dish, paella, 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 and watch what pops up. Because they don't know history. And nor do they teach you this in the foundational Black Americans. Those people they were Moriscos, baby. Bring it to the cipher. Bring it. You can't even talk to these black folks, nigga. They don't like you, brother. They don't like us because we're black people. Ain't no damn black people. No matter which way you flip it, these people are Moors. This one is all Spanish. This is the book I bought in Spain. I have an English version of this too, but this is the one I bought in Spain. But this is an English book, the Moriscos of Spain. So this is what they don't teach black people. Brother, we foundational black Americans, brother. We foundational. But do something like that. I might go to New York and just do that right there with my Dominican family. in my Puerto Rican, my Puerto family from Porincans from Puerto Rican. Porincans from Puerto Rican. There's still Moors, people. Y'all don't get it. You can rap the Moors and all of this. This is why I laugh at some of these cats that think they know history about the Moors. Nah, they don't want to know history about the Moors. I be seeing it. They be telling me about their TikToks and all this crap. I be like, nigga, what are y'all like? What are they talking? I be getting headaches for this stuff sometimes. So please stop sending me their videos, people, because I get migraine headaches from it. If they want to talk to me, tell them to put their pennies together and I'll do this show for 45 minutes. Crazy, right? Nothing about history at all.
At all. I can't even find a black flag.
You know, that's a Ken. I can find on a roach can.
I was just
they say kill roaches. They be like kill roaches dead.
Yo.
Hey, Blue and I, we from Philadelphia, right? So on the Parkway, they have every nation's flag on the Parkway in Philadelphia.
Yeah,
every nation's flag. There is not a black flag up there unless you go to the supermarket.
Wait, the red, black, and green flag isn't up there?
Nigga, that ain't up there. That ain't a nation. That's a banner. That's a Marcus Garvey UNIA thing. Y'all don't get it?
No, yeah, no.
No, but that's not a nation.
No, I get it. I understand. Yeah.
It's a red, black, and green. That's not even the Pan-African colors. The Pan-African colors, red, yellow, and green. Every time you stop at a stoplight, nigga, y'all watching the Pan-African flag. Every time you stop, you are stopping and looking at a Pan-African flag. The Pan-African flag, if you Google it, it's red, yellow, and green. Who else carry red, yellow, and green? Is it Ghana? Is it Senegal?
With the star.
Ethiopia.
Ethiopia? That's the Pan-African flag. That banner that y'all see that with the UNIA, that's Marcus Garvey UNIA. Google it. You ain't got to believe nothing Sabir Bey says. Right? See, this is why I said remove your emotions. You don't want it with me. Trust me, you don't. I could tell you the history about the red, black, and green, but if you Google it, you'll see is Ethiopia, and you stop at it every day and don't even recognize it. So if you want to take something back from them, take the stop signs back, nigga, because the brother designed the stop sign anyway. Take that back too, nigga. You want to take back? Let's take everything back. Take it all back. Hey, you know what's funny? Even Boy George said it. Go listen to that song. Come a chameleon. Red, gold, and green. Red, gold, and go watch the video.
Oh, yeah.
Message. Niggas over there, well, they hate black people. Nigga, you hate yourself. That's why we on social media beefing with each other, because we hate each other. We hate each other, brother. We don't love each other. We got to come. I seen a video with Umar Johnson talking about we got to unify. Yeah, now that nigga talking about unify after this stuff is coming out. He talking about we got to stop fighting and come together. No, nigga, you didn't play it yourself. Now, you ain't never see Umar Johnson do a lecture with nobody. Never. I'm born and raised in South Philly. I ain't never seen Umar Johnson at a Doomday festival. Maybe Blue saw him then. So if y'all know what a Doomday is, a Doomday is a street festival that we have every year since 1978, 77.
Before that.
It was before that?
It was before 77, yeah.
I don't know. I just know it was in the 70s, right? Okay. I just know it was the 70s, right? I grew up around there. That's a walk down the street from where I'm from 22nd and Carrollton. You ain't never see Umar Johnson in a Doomday Street Festival. And if he was King Kong conscious, why they ain't say we got Philly's own and put him on a stage, my nigga? Y'all don't get it yet? Y'all don't get it? So, y'all don't understand what is really happening. If anybody saw Umar at a festival there, let me know. Where did you ever see him at? A Doomday Festival.
Negroes getting that wake up call.
Oh, they all gonna get their nigga wake up call. Just a matter of time. Hey, sis, what's up? But she's back again. Come on, Athene. This is my new sister right here. This is the new family right here. No, I just got back on, sister. I just got back on. I'm trying to get some foundational dead Americans on my feed. These cats be playing, but you ain't never see Umar Johnson at none of you. Matter of fact, you ain't never seen Tariq Nasheed at none of these events. I'm just keeping it 100 with y'all. So when you start studying the history of the Moors, you really start understanding history for real, for real. That's why they don't talk about it. And I'm glad my sister's on here now because she said something about how they violate treaties. How they violate treaties, right? So let me show y'all something. The oldest, do anybody know the oldest standing treaty to this day?
Probably would be the Peace and Friendship Treaty with Morocco.
The oldest standing treaty to this day, right? Bear with me. I'm trying
to. Treaties are with nations, right?
Yeah, there's no nation called black people. but listen, if you go back and Google Barack Obama speaking and said Morocco was the first nation to recognize their nation, y'all remember that speech by Barack Obama? Should I have to play it for him? Should I play it for him? Let me see if I can pull it up for y'all.
I think you should.
I should. Okay. Let's
and also, thank you for welcoming me back. And hello to this is a new panel.
Yeah, that's always new on here, sister. We always got
hello to the new panel and everybody in the chat. I'm very new, so handle me with kid gloves.
Peace. No doubt, no doubt.
I really just found him today,
Peace.
so thank you, sister. I really just found him today.
Yep, you in the right place.
And he been around for a minute, so now I gotta go do my research.
Oh, there go my sister Blue. She knew me. Boy, we like family on this motherfucker. Blue, shit. My family, nigga. We like family, nigga. We know each other.
It's like down the street. He was on 22nd. I'm on 15.
we like go back.
Where y'all live? What city?
South Philly, baby. We in Philadelphia.
South Philly, okay.
In South Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground.
That's most of my days.
And if you spell that word backwards, the alphabet in Islam is Aleph Lam Lid. You read it from right to left, it's going to be Fila. The P is an F. It's called Fila. In Arabic, you call it Aleph Lam Lid. So you spell it Phila. Or the right to left is called Fila. Bam. And actually, America is not even theirs either. It's Amir. Amir's name is right there. You spell it A-M-I-R or A-M-E-R. Amir. Raqqa. Common sense, right? Now, pay attention. I bought this in Morocco. You see, that's why I said Arabic up there, right? So let's go to y'all President Barack Obama for a second.
Let's not. No, I'm just playing. Go ahead.
No, I'm just going to show you.
I know.
They were trying to pry off this nigga. He tried to tell me.
Oh, he just get on my nerves.
Oh, no. You know what get on my nerves? Ignorant people get on my nerves. Right here in the United States, they call themselves black people. That's what get on my nerves.
Oh, well, that's me.
No, not you. I'm talking about these ones that do these videos. You don't do videos every day. But let's go here for a second. Pay attention.
Know that Islam has always been a part of America's story. The first nation to recognize my country was Morocco. In signing the Treaty of Tripoli in 1796, our second president, John Adams, wrote, "The United States has in itself no character of enmity against the laws, religion, or tranquility of Muslims." And since our founding, American Muslims have enriched the United States. They have fought in our wars, they have served in our government, they have stood for civil rights, they have started businesses, they have taught at our universities, they've excelled in our sports arenas, they've won Nobel Prizes, built our tallest building, and lit the Olympic torch.
Nigga, what? Did y'all know that?
And when the first Muslim American was recently elected to Congress, he took the oath to defend our Constitution using the same Holy Quran that one of our founding fathers, Thomas Jefferson, kept in his personal library.
What? Quran? You talking about this? These founding fathers? You talking about these founding fathers? Hold up. So, they talking about this is Barack Obama in Morocco with the King of Morocco. Oh, really? You think he don't know who we are? I told y'all the books I got. Just bear with me 1 second, okay? You can tie the Moors directly into all of this. So let me take you on a journey real fast. Into Tangiers, when you talking about the treaty, sister, here it is right here. He spoke of this, but you hear Moors talk about it, but they were never there. Give me 1 second. Let's see if I can find it. I wish Percy was on here because Percy can tell you his experience every time he come on. He'd be dumbnified when he come on here with this. He'd be like, bro.
While you looking for it, can I say something?
Sure.
Because I just want to clarify. I am ignorant to this information. There's a difference between being ignorant and being blissfully ignorant. Blissful ignorance is when you cut off information because you want to stay right there where you are. You don't want to grow. You don't want to learn. You know what I mean? Yeah. Ignorance is if you just don't know because you don't know what you don't know, and then information comes to you and you're like, oh, well, let me look that up. Let me research that. Let me see if this is true and this is not. So I am ignorant in this area. I don't mind saying it, but I'm trying to develop. You know what I'm saying?
It's all good. Everybody grow. And ignorance,
I've been there.
Ignorance leads to fear, and fear leads to hate. And that's the equation.
And well, I can't hate my own people.
No. I'm just
even
saying,
though I'm ignorant. No, I know what you're saying. I'm just saying I can't hate my own people, even though I was ignorant of our greatness.
But do you understand?
That's a different type of ignorance, right?
Let me explain to you what I mean. We, because of our ignorance, we hate one another. I gave you the whole story about all people. I told you about Kaaba. I told you about Umar. I told you about all of them. Ignorance will lead to that. And it may not be them themselves, right? Them. It could be people who like to follow people, right? That will harm you because you weren't taught this by the people that you thought that you're supposed to learn this from. That's what I mean. It's never, when you watch beefs in hip hop, right? It's never the two artists themselves. It's people who follow them, who will be around them, that spark all of this. And that's what I see now, even in this conscious community. This is why you said you just found out about me. I've been around for a long time. It's the conscious.
Yes, you have.
Don't bring Sabir here. Don't bring this up. You follow me? Even though I may be the only one in the conscious community to actually show you what I'm talking about. Not the one that's talking. You know?
And Sabir, I just want to reiterate what we said since you brought on a new live. I want to reiterate something we had discussed from the old live about how people like me, a lot of people like me who are growing in their knowledge and stuff, like we're older, and because we are getting the information, they already indoctrinating our elementary school kids.
But that's what happens. This is the kid.
So the cycle just keeps repeating itself
over and over again, right? This is why it's really hard. Like it's weird with my children's moms now. Like I'm gonna tell you a story about my personal. Like I've been like that. My son Amir that passed away. I remember my son was homeschooled, right? And this is the weird part about our people. You got to take them to school to learn something, right? I watched this one European dude. His children was learning stuff by nature. He understood the snakes. They wasn't afraid. They understood the bees. Nature, right? He had his kids go. So when we talk about what they call it, the something road of passage or something like that, blue passage or something like that, like you let your children go. What is it
Rites
called?
of passage.
Rites of passage, right? Rites of passage that we giving our kids. You know what? Let them go. Let them be. Oh no, they might get hurt. Oh no, they might do this. No, I'm watching this nigga, like this dude, this European dude, letting his kids. They knew everything about an insect, snake, all this stuff in nature, and they was out in nature. What we do is we put our children in a square room and sit them. This is the weirdest thing about it. I'm gonna be real with y'all, and I'm for education, but what education, right? Do you know that we never taught in rows? We taught in cycles, in circles. Did y'all know that? Not in rows looking at the back of somebody's head. We taught in a circle, right? So we can look at each other. Didn't matter how old you was. That's African and Mayan and everything else culture, right? We call that a cipher in hip hop. This is why when you see KRS-One jumps in the middle of the cipher right now, where he's at his age 60 years old, that nigga still jumping to the cipher. In the
Happy
circle.
born anniversary to KRS.
Exactly. He just turned 60, right? And he will sit in a circle, which is a cipher, so you can look at everybody. And that's why they say it's the master ceremony, and that's really what church is. Church means circle. So every time you're in that circle, that cipher, that's what it was, right? So what we do is push our children into a school system that indoctrinates them, not educate them. Because if we understood what educate means, if anybody wants to look it up, please do me a favor and look it up. The word edu means to draw out what's already in you. Education, indoctrination, putting in and then taking out. Edu means to draw out what's in you by nature. This is why you can look at
Latin?
Yeah, that's why you look at a child. A child automatically does what? He start writing on the walls, right? By nature. We was taught to them to do it this way. Follow me? But they write by nature.
Oh, that's
Naughty by
It's
nature means I'm exploring by nature. I'm not naughty. I'm just trying to figure this shit out.
Exactly. And this is it's okay, sister. You ain't gotta feed into them. Just listen to me. Listen. And if I'm bringing your teachers, we will automatically write on the wall graffiti. They said, no, that's forbidden. Don't you do that. We're gonna lock your ass up. See what I'm saying? So now what we do, because we have been also indoctrinated when football game stuff come on, shut up, sit down, sit down. I'm gonna teach you how to be a ball player. I seen this damn video DL posted up about this guy talk about a coach. If he was in your face, what you gonna do? I said, nigga, did he just try to? I said, this is what we teaching our kids to be a ball player, nigga. Like, really? Like, if he got, what about if a European got in your face and told you to go back home? What you gonna do? Cry? Not me. What I'm gonna do is say, if I told you to go back home, where would you go back home to? See how that works for me? I just was in the market just now, Blue. I swear, I was in the market. I had the kafaya on, right? And I'm laughing. I don't know if I was on the phone with Brandy, right? So I was on the phone with Brandy, and I said something to her. Then I went to the counter, right? And I was off the phone with Brandy. So now I'm sitting there, and the lady said, "Oh, that's a nice kafaya." I said, "Yeah, I'm just waiting for the ice to come in." It's fucking, I'm weird, right? I said, wait for ice to come in because my name literally is Sabir Dubé. I don't even have a European name, nor do my children, right? None of that. So I'm sitting at the counter, and I said, I'm just waiting for ice to come in, but thank you very much. But they can actually try to kidnap me and tell me, I'm like, ho, who are you, bro? Who are you? You're not indigenous to this motherfucker. You're a foreigner, and I will catch hell. This is the thing, like, you have to understand, like, I'm a person, B. You can lock me away for months. All the fuck I'm gonna do is educate everybody in there. I don't care. You follow me? I'm not a person that cares about the limelights or what. I don't care. Listen, I remember being locked up in Philadelphia in CFCF. Y'all know what that is. That's like 23 hours in your cell, 1 hour out. I don't know if y'all know how that CFCF. That's how it is. And I used to always leave my cell spiritually. I would leave. And I was laying there, right? I would never be there. I was in there. I was in there for contempt of court. That's what I was in there for. That was in by 99, 2000, something like that. So I was in there for contempt of court. And I remember I went to the House of Correction first, then I went to CFCF. If anybody know that's the routine. That's how you go. Okay, House Correction. I was on State Road too, so it's supposed to be 6 months, 28 days, right, for contempt. That's contempt because I disobeyed the judge and I kept, me. I was saying what I was going to say, and they kept locking me up, and I was yelling, "You ain't got contempt power," but they was taking me away. But at the same time, a law puts you in places for a reason. Maybe I needed to go there because every day I was in there, I was educating everybody that was in there. I would go to church with the Catholics, with the Christians, and make salat with the Muslims. That was my routine. Everybody knew me in there. And one Muslim brother spotted me, and he gave me the name Sabir because he said, I watched you the whole time you was in here. You was very patient. You don't eat what they eat. You don't never sit on the phone. The only phone calls I was making to my son, because Amir was little at the time. And I would only call my son. That's how I was. So he would watch me. So what I would do, when they let me out, the COs, that's when we had the beepers was popping at the time, So I remember the CO ran to me and said, "Can I get your number?" I said, "Sure." Usually they say, this is what they tell you: "I see you next time," because they know that you're going to come back.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna never come back in here, right? Because my mission was finished. You follow me? And you have to pay attention to that. Because the law will put you in places that you would never, he will test you on so many levels. Temptation, money, women, right? If you're not in tune. So he will give you these things. And all of those things I went through. But the biggest test that I ever went through was losing my son. That was the biggest. Losing something I brought here. So Allah put things in your way for a reason to see how you would react. And most of the people that don't go through these things, they crack. You ain't never see me go crazy talking about I was broke, I don't have no money. I am broke for real, but you don't hear me complaining about it. As long as I got breath, I can eat, my children are good, I'm straight. You follow me? I'm fine. I'm not seeking fame. So Allah will put you in places that you would never know. He's going to test you on many levels, from your hunger to your sex drive, the whole 9 yards. If you think that I'm playing, abstain from sex for a while. Let me tell you what get us in trouble. Our lower selves.
Yeah.
The lower self. The lower self is your hunger and your sex drive. When you can control those two, you become that God that you're talking about.
And that's what the world plays on, the lower.
And they know that, right? So they test you. They say shaitans tempt you on many levels. And that's what's going on with our people. And they look just like you and I. I look at it in their conscious community. So now they trying to twist their heads, trying to figure out what the hell's up with Sabir. You preaching nigga? I'm not a preacher. If I was a preacher, I'd be getting paid. But I have a message. You follow me?
And that lucid dreaming will get you in your God self too.
Yeah, and this is why I tell people, when you really understand this, I never was in a cell. And then I used to sit in the cell, be like, why? Let me ask you a question. If you have a dead cell in your battery, would your car start?
No.
Y'all taking too long to answer that one. You can tell y'all.
Oh no, it ain't starting.
But we thought it was a rhetorical question.
Because I'm just saying, if it don't, right, you should know yes or no. It won't start, right?
No.
So what do you have to do to it? You have to we used to put water in it, honestly, but it's acid inside of it. But we used to put water in this, used to pop the joints off and put the water in and start for a minute. You know what I mean? We was chemists and didn't even know we were chemists, right? So then you have to get the jumping cable. You jump the cables, right? Copper, right? Okay, so I'm just showing you we're copper people. This is the science, right? If you go out in the sun, you get energized. They understood to keep you in a cell for 23 hours. What happens in the cell? This happens, right?
All entity,
Slouch, right? You start getting slouch, right?
Gloomy. It's all gloomy.
If you've ever been in those cells, you will understand how the cells are set up. It's literally a cell, right? It's cell. So you have to go out to Ra to get energy. They understood it, and they're using your science on you. They're using it on you. So I was never in the cell because I was on a different plane. I was somewhere else. And then when I woke up, I was sitting in here. I said, damn, that's what's up. Okay, cool. But Allah tests you. Allah tests you. Yeah, I did some grounding when I was in Morocco, sis. I definitely did grounding when I was in Morocco. I took my shoes off. You can't take it out here. because they let their dog shit in the grass out here, and you can get worms through your feet. I'm being real. Like, just think about it. Like, I'm gonna be real. I'm this is real life stuff, sis. Listen, I'm from Philly. We never got no dog shots and knew all that crazy stuff in Philly. We just had great and my Lion Blue. We had Great Dane, German Shepherds, all that, right? My father had pit bulls all his life, and my brothers. We wasn't getting these niggas shots. I moved out here to California. I got a teacup chihuahua. I don't know if y'all know what that is.
Yeah.
Let me explain. A teacup chihuahua looks like this. A chihuahua
ankle violent.
teacup.
The one that can fit in your bag, your pocketbook.
Do you know that they wanted $350 for me to get that dog some shots? I'm at the veterinarian. I said, nigga, I'm cool. I'm not spending $300 from no dog. You know what the lady told me? And why I'm saying it's grounded though? She said because the dogs walk in the grass, and what happens, they can step on somebody's poop or ex-poop that was there, right? And she said the worms will come through the palm of their feet. I said, nigga, I said, miss, if it would do that to the dogs, then what would it do to people? I said, I be tripping on people. I said, make this make sense. You want me to pay you $300, $350 to be exact, for the dog shots. But if I told y'all on this feed, take some pumpkin seeds, right, and get rid of the worms that's in your body, you wouldn't believe me. You'd be like, nope, I got to go to the doctor. No, take some pumpkin seeds and see how many worms come out of you. Let's swoop it down. This is our science, right? All of this is our science. And all of these people that y'all watching on social media is running around talking about, I'm foundational Black America. Black man is God, nigga, but you eating that chicken with that worm in that motherfucker, ain't you? You follow me? It's crazy. You're not eating real food anymore, people. You're not eating. At all. And this is what is happening. So those worms travel up to the spine and to the brain. That's why I said we are lost on so many levels, and we don't want to think. And then on top of it, you're watching poison on TV all day long. And then on top of it, you're going to take your children into the school system and get poisoned too. So my point of saying is, when my son was little, when Amir was little Blue, they always get a Black person to do something, right, in the school system. My son, my son mom wanted him to go there. Then I took him out of the school. He was going on Christian Street at Kenny Gamble's. It wasn't Kenny Gamble's at the time, on 17th and Christian, right? And I remember going in the room, and it was a Morris chief that was in the room. And I remember my son Amir, he was little. He said, Dad, we got that same picture in the house. And I literally went to the teacher. This is me, sis. I'm sharing this with y'all. This is real experience, right? So when I went there, I went into the room with the teacher because they kept trying to get me to give my son Social Security number. That's what they was trying. And it was a sister that was getting mad at me because she kept saying, well, you got to give his Social Security, Social Security number. You got to. I said, no, you don't. No, I don't. I said, go get the records that I got to give his Social Security number. And she got mad when she came back in the room. Now, at the time, my son was in the room with the rest of the kids, right? Children. And my son's pointing to the Morris chief in the room. And then what happened, I come in the room with the teacher and I said, you're not qualified to teach my children. Oh, she got mad. It was a European teacher. I said, you're not qualified to teach my children. Right? She got pissed. That's when I pulled my son from the school. Right? So I'm home now. Remember, I said they keep using our people. I'm home. They call them, I don't know where y'all from, but in Philly, they call it truant officers. Like that, right? They call it truant officers in Philly. Yeah. They had the lady come to my house, and you know how you can see, because anybody know my house, how it was set up. We had a bay. They would come out. And we know who's coming to the door. And you can see the European lady. She steps back and let the sister rings the bell. And she said, excuse me, we here from the school board, and your son hasn't been in school. I said, well, who are you again? She said, we work for the school. I said, well, my son don't belong to you. And this is what it is. And we don't want to stand up for it. So when we say pushing them into school because they need an education, they're not getting educated, they're getting indoctrinated. And this is the reality. Nobody wants to deal with the truth. And then you want to know why what you just said, sister, why the cycle. We are putting our children in the same cycle. And it's going to keep on happening. It's going to keep on happening. I don't even call it school anymore. I call it daycare. And that's really what it is. Because they're not being taught anything in there. So now you have a different generation that's coming up with their eyes open. And that's what Noble Drew Ali was talking about. When Noble Drew Ali said it will be the third and fourth generation coming with their eyes wide open. Listen to me again. It will be the third and fourth generation coming with their eyes wide open. You do the math from the 1930s, 1920s, late 20s. Who is the third and fourth generation? Here they come. We are them. They understand it. So we're waking up, but they have to now. We can't forcibly do this to them. We have to do what? Act like
trick and manipulate. Propaganda.
Made it, right? So this is what is happening with Dean, Cain, and everybody else. They understand this. They plan 20 years ahead. 20 years ahead of this. While we still over here talking about black and white things. We're black people. We got to get reparations. We don't know anything about all. Nothing about the past, nothing about real history. And that's why the Rex 84 was talking about no real law, no real history, no real mathematics, just gossip. And y'all cool with it. This is why I laugh at all of this stuff that is floating around on social media, because it's a joke to me. You don't want truth. You want attention. And that's really what it is. It's not about truth. It's about attention. How many people are going to like me?
A bunch of sense.
That's crazy.
Weird, right?
That's crazy you say that.
Oh, it's real.
Because I was talking to a guy. He just went over to like Russia. In like a little wrestling tournament, and he said, "Man, them kids over there, they're not even going to school." He said, "Man, they're straight going professional. 13-year-olds, they're getting professionals. You know what I mean? Getting paid to do what they do.
They sharp on what they're doing, but we don't realize. And the crazy part, this is why I keep quoting Frantz Fanon. Frantz Fanon said that the oppressor will oppress the oppressed until the oppressed eventually oppresses themselves. So if you look at our people, we're doing it. This is why they only get celebrities, comedians, actors, and people to speak for you. And this is what it is, or educated dummy. But Carter G. Woodson said the more education you get, the more dumb you get. That's what he said. Yeah, started Negro Week. He said the more education you get, the more dumber you get. And that's really what's going on, because what happens, we fear the truth. That's what's going on.
Yep.
So let's go back to the treaty. That's the treaty right there, sister. I was in Morocco. The treaty is on the wall. And when I showed you about Barak, this is the oldest standing treaty right there. That is the oldest standing. You see it in Arabic right here. And then I'm going to pull it up closer so you can see it. Why aren't they teaching our people about the treaty? Let me see if I can pull this one up. Here it is right here. Let me pull it up for you. Give me 1 second.
Oh, no, they can't teach that.
This is the oldest standing treaty. It's in Arabic right here. And this is the English, what Barack Obama was talking about. So don't say that they are not acknowledging it. Oh, they are. You're not acknowledging who you are. This is there. And then if you do it, they say, well, you're trying to be Moroccan. No, you don't know nothing about Morocco. That's the problem. Okay? You know nothing about Morocco. You believe these people because they're telling you stuff. They tell you instead of showing you. Let me see if I can pull this other one up. Give me 1 minute. Here it is right here. This is in Tangiers, Morocco. The oldest U.S. embassy is right here. And when you see what's in my hand, that book is in my hand. You see United States shield is right there on the ground. Why? What was Barack Obama telling y'all? Let's move this out the way. What was Barack telling you? That book that I'm holding in my hand is called The Moors of Tangiers, which is right here. Right? And it's a lot of books that was in that building. There's a whole lot of books in there. This was in there too. It's a book called, I have the books, both of these, The Country of the Moor and The Land of the Moors, both of them. But they keep telling that you're black. But yet I can tell you, I can show you all this stuff directly in that museum, or the embassy rather. 1877. This is why they don't want you to talk about the Moors. Why would you talk about the Moors? Don't do that. You can't possibly bring up the Moors. For what? Don't bring the Moors up. They made you think they was somebody different or a Muslim group of people. There you go. Which one you want? That's the Moors. This is in a famous painting in the Philadelphia Museum. The Golden Age of the Moors in Spain. I took this book over to Spain too. Hold up. Let's give you another one. How far you want to go with this? The people around the world knows this. No matter if you say Moriscos, Moranos, no matter which way, it's still going to lead you directly back to the Moors. These people know. So what happens, just like Dean Cain, he had to duck to actually get a good job or a job period. That's why they changed their names. Okay? So when I traveled through Europe, where were the Black Jesus? Oh, you want to see Jesus? There's no such thing as Black Jesus. Hold on, let me show you something. There was no Black Jesus. Let me show you something. Hold on, let me pull it up. Hold on. You want to see the Madonna? They call it the. I asked the question when I was in Spain too. I said, why did they hide her? Hold on, let me see if I can pull this up. We was filming in Spain. You see, that's the Madonna right there. So you got to go up behind it and see it. So I was up here too. So this is my brother Amadeus Christ. We were filming in this place called Montserrat. I don't know if y'all familiar with Montserrat. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna pull something up. Give me 1 second. You might think I'm a troublemaker, but no, I'm not a troublemaker, but I just want to share this with y'all. So give me 1 second. Let me see if I can find it for you.
They say the truth will set your people free.
Truth will set you free. They don't want to be free, bro, because with freedom has come responsibility.
That part. And we all know Black people don't want no responsibility or accountability. They want a handout. That's it.
Hold on, here you go. I'm going to show you something. So pay attention. Maybe you'll learn something. So we were filming when we was at Montserrat. That's my brother Amadeus Christ from Building 7. Right? So I don't know if y'all familiar with this particular place, but we were filming there. Hold up. God knows when this one gonna come out. I don't know when he's gonna put this one out. So this is also outside of Montserrat. We were filming. So give me 1 second. Let me see if I can find the other one. So this is where y'all should look it up to find out where we were at. So bear with me. You can look up and see where this place is at, but let me show you what we had to take. We had to take this type of train to go all the way up to the mountain. Here it is, right here. It's called Montserrat. This is us getting off the it was some type of train that would take you all the way up to the mountains. And you would actually see the Madonna that was up there. And I don't know how he had them pants on because it was burning up that goddamn day. You see what I got on? That nigga looked like he hot. I was burning up. I was burning up that day. Damn, I was asking Chris, how did he do it, brother? How the hell? I ain't got no socks on. I ain't even think I had no drawers on. It's like, let me stop. So this is Montserrat, right? While we were filming there. So when I was there, I randomly said this to a guy. Give me 1 second. The tour guide. Pay attention. Watch this. This is severe day on the streets of Spain.
In Montserrat. Montserrat.
Watch this. Watch the dude that's going to come to me right there. He's coming over. Now watch what I randomly do. This is Sabir Bay, what I do. Who cares? Can I ask you a question? Yeah. Why do they call it the Black Madonna instead of Moorish Madonna?
That Black Madonna instead of that?
Moorish Madonna. She's a Moor.
I see. Well, she's actually hidden from the Moors.
How do you hide her from the Moors?
Hidden from the Moors? But you will see them from the Moors.
What does that mean?
How does she get hidden from the Moors and she is the Moor?
But what the story behind it says.
The story behind it said.
The story behind it.
The story behind it that they had to hide her. Well, it's another part to it. Just be with me. Watch
oh, they. Oh.
That's what.
So the persons that found her hid her.
Yeah.
Okay. So
She was
the
hidden
Moors.
in here, in the mountain.
Okay.
Wow. And after different lights came here, they basically positioned for rice.
Oh, gracias.
Get her from the Moors, B. See what the Moors
told you what they did. They hid it. And basically, they still hiding stuff from the Moors.
They hide it. They're not telling you people, I'm black, brother. I'm black. But this is what I do when I do what I do. I will come and uncover what needs to be uncovered. So the weird part is, how many of y'all ever heard of Ibn Battuta? I'm just helping y'all out. I'm almost finished, y'all, so bear with me. How many of y'all heard of Ibn Battuta?
Traveling more.
How many of y'all heard of Marco Polo? If you Negroes say yeah.
I've heard of them, but I ain't never like. It was rare. It was rare for me.
I'm just showing you how people that look like us gotta hide all this stuff. Like, remember I said you can fact check everything I'm doing. Fact check everything I'm doing. Right? So you know about Marco Polo. Marco Polo. People, I was in Florida one day. This lady was in the store calling her husband in Barnes and Noble. She said Marco Polo, and I said Ibn Battuta. Nigga, I be messing with everybody. I mess with everybody. Nigga, I be like Ibn Battuta. Right? This is Ibn Battuta. That's Ibn Battuta. We don't know about these Muslim travelers, right? I just put both of their names up here. Give me 1 second. Both of their names up there. Both of them. So the whole time I was traveling over there, kept calling me Ibn Battuta, Ibn Battuta, Ibn Battuta, Ibn Battuta. But we know about Marco Polo because you was taught that in school by Marco Polo. Right? So let me show you the books that I had with me when I was over there in Morocco. I'm gonna help y'all out, okay? These are the things that I carry with me, Blue, when I travel. This is Carter G. Woodson's book, and that's Ibn Battuta's book right here, too. In Black Africa. Really? But they'll tell you he was somebody else. See how many books I got on Ibn Battuta? Crazy, right? But the scholars tell you these people were Arabs and somebody else when you were the original Arab. Let me explain before I go into this, okay? Let me explain. Have y'all ever seen this movie called Ninja Assassin?
I don't think I have.
Yep.
No,
I haven't.
Oh, you haven't? Okay, so
No.
let me show you. There's a movie called Ninja Assassins. Going back to Japan, China, the whole martial arts stuff. It was still you. Bear with me. That's why I said y'all got to study history. So in the movie, right, there's a sister. I'm gonna show you the sister and how she was looking at history. Pay attention. Listen closely what she said.
The 14th century scroll refers to one of the oldest of the 9 clans, the clan of Black Sand.
Black Sand.
Islamic explorer Ibn Battuta journeyed with a group of orphans that were being taken to a remote Shiloh, hidden among snow-capped mountains.
That's St. Kitts now.
Battuta describes a ceremonial dinner followed by a display of martial skill. Combatants, children, neither beyond the age of 10. His hosts explained that a man's life must be made meaningless compared to the life of the clan. Own the meaning of a man's life and you own his heart.
Woo! Owning the meaning of man's. Hold up. Did y'all hear what she said? What they said? Oh, we don't know anything about that. Oh, so I'm gonna play it back for one more time just in case y'all didn't get it. We're gonna rewind this back so y'all can get it. This is why I'm looking for something, y'all. So bear with me. This is why I don't get caught up in people's madness because it's all emotional, right? Let me see something. I'm trying to find my. Whoa. Give me 1 second if I can find it. I don't know what I did with it. It's floating around so. Oh, I got it. So this is what people don't understand. I'm gonna rewind this back so y'all can see about Ibn Battuta and why it's important to understand who Ibn Battuta is. And everybody who writes these movies, they understand the history. We don't understand the history because we don't know. Let's rewind that back. One more time. Listen.
The 14th century scroll refers to one of the oldest of the 9 clans as the clan of Black Sand. The Islamic explorer Ibn Battuta journeyed with a group of orphans that were being taken to a remote Shiloh hidden among snow-capped mountains. Battuta describes a ceremonial dinner followed by a display of martial skill. The combatants were children, neither beyond the age of 10. His hosts explained that a man's life must be made meaningless compared to the life of the clan. Own the meaning of a man's life and you own his heart.
What are we teaching our kids? Play sports at that age?
On the meaning of a man's.
What do we do?
That's
Teach our children
wild.
to play sports at that age? They said not even 10. This is why when you really start understanding the history of the type of person that I am, I study all these things, B. That's why I'm not getting caught up in none of this madness because they're playing with our people, bro. They're playing. So if you study Ibn Battuta, right, or study real history, period, you'll laugh at everything. So let me show you who Ibn Battuta is. You ready? Here's Ibn Battuta for a person that actually been there, not making things up. So this is my young boy. This young boy right here, he's probably 25 now. At 22 years old, he said he spoke 8 languages and he never went to school. He told me he learned language from tourists. He said I never went to school. I learned languages through being a tourist. So when you let your child roam, they're going to automatically know. Oh no, brother, because they're going to keep. I know y'all going to keep fighting me, but the reality is, they'll get it. So yes, you should have that. But living in this society, you're not going to get it. This is at Ibn Battuta's house right there. That's his house. There he go right there. You know how many times when I go back to Morocco, when I see this brother, every time he spots me, if I'm walking there, let me show you Ibn Battuta's tomb. That's actually in his house. Here's his tomb inside the house. That's in his house. Right? Then I took my brother Percy there when we was in Morocco. This is a different time. I think Percy went, Karen went. I took them all there. Ibn Battuta's house again. But we're not being taught this. Why would they teach slaves any of these things? And the word snowcap, which is called St. Kitts right now, y'all. St. Kitts means snowcap. So when they say they went to the snowcaps, who is snowcaps at? So snowcap is St. Kitts. As anybody from St. Kitts. That's what St. Kitts means. It means snowcap. Because if you're in Morocco, right, or in Spain, you can see snow at the top of the mountains. That's all it means is snowcap. Where do these people sit at? They away from everybody else. You follow me? He said it sounds like he underwater. It might be your phone. So the crazy part is when you have somebody that can go to these places, you don't appreciate them. But that's Ibn Battuta's house. So let me play this video before I go. This is Ibn Battuta, and y'all should teach your children who he is. Let's go. I'm gonna show you where he went at. Now pay attention. I'm gonna talk about the Mongoloids. Give me a second.
In September 1353, the Sultan of Morocco, Abu Inan Faris, sent word to one of his subjects, a legal scholar named Ibn Battuta, to return back home to Tangiers. It would be the first time Battuta would spend a significant amount of time in his homeland, since he had left to go on pilgrimage to Mecca nearly 30 years before in 1325. During that 3-decade period, Batuta, a well-educated Islamic scholar from a wealthy family, had travelled across the entirety of the Muslim world, and even beyond to the Eastern Roman capital of Constantinople, and even China. During his lifetime, he journeyed across a total of 40 modern-day countries, a distance of well over 70,000 miles, spending a significant amount of time in every place that he visited. He visited Egypt, Arabia, East Africa, Anatolia, Russia, Iran, Afghanistan, India, China, Southeast Asia, Spain, and even traversed the Saharan Desert
You think he wasn't
to
there?
arrive in West Africa.
What I just tell you
Before
about
he finally returned home to recount his life story to the scholar Ibn Juzay, who had been instructed by the Sultan to record the incredible journey for posterity. Ibn Battuta had been born in 1304 to a Berber family of legal scholars in Tangiers, Morocco. At the time, the Islamic world stretched from Spain to Indonesia, encompassing a huge variety of cultures, states, and languages under its sphere of influence. Due to the recent Mongol conquests of the 13th century, and the foundation of 4 relatively peaceful successor states that encompassed the vast geographical area once conquered, peaceful trade routes now thrived once more between the East and the West. Very devout man, at first Battuta's only aim from his journey was to go on the Hajj, or pilgrimage, to the Muslim holy sites in Mecca and Medina, halfway across the world on the Arabian Peninsula. He mostly journeyed with a caravan of other travellers for safety, on the way stopping off at various cities in northern Africa, which at the time was ruled by 2 Berber kingdoms, one roughly in Algeria, the other in Tunisia. Finally, after around 18 months of travelling, the caravan arrived in Mamluk, Egypt, where Battuta opted to take the least travelled route down to Mecca, journeying alone down the Nile and attempting to cross the Red Sea.
Just bear with me 1 second.
He was forced to turn back, however, due to a local rebellion taking place there.
Let's go back.
Ended up visiting the Red Sea, down to Mecca, journeying alone down the Nile and attempting to cross the Red Sea. Finally, after around 18 months of travelling, the caravan arrived in Mamluk, Egypt, where Battuta opted to take the least travelled route down to Mecca, journeying alone down the Nile and attempting to cross the Red Sea.
I can wind this back. Give me
He
1
was
second.
forced to turn back on the Arabian Peninsula. Between very devout man, at first Battuta's only aim from his journey was to go on the Hajj, or pilgrimage, to the Muslim holy sites in Mecca and Medina, halfway across the world on the Arabian Peninsula. He mostly journeyed with a caravan of other travellers for safety, on the way stopping off at various cities in northern Africa, which at the time was ruled by 2 Berber kingdoms, one roughly in Algeria, the other in Tunisia. Finally, after around 18 months of travelling, the caravan arrived in Mamluk, Egypt, where Battuta opted to take the least travelled route down to Mecca, journeying alone down the Nile and attempting to cross the Red Sea.
But let me pause this. So the Red Sea, y'all, is called Eritrea. That's Ethiopia. Eritrea means Red Sea. That's what it is. Eritrea is Red Sea. Talk to an Ethiopian. Okay? Same people.
He was forced to turn back, however, due to a local rebellion taking place there, and ended up visiting the major cities of Syria and the Levant instead, before finally arriving in Medina and Mecca to complete the Hajj in the next year, achieving the honorific title El Haji. At this point, rather than turn around and head back home, Battuta, possibly after receiving a vision, decided to carry on his journey.
That's what I
with the
felt.
overall aim of reaching India. He first headed north to the Ilkhanate of Persia, a Mongol successor state. As a learned scholar, he was accepted all over Persia and spent time with many of the local rulers. He visited Baghdad with its still visible scars from its sack a century earlier by the Mongols. He also visited the wealthy trade cities near the Caspian Sea at the start of the Silk Road, before departing back to Mecca for his second Hajj. Again, he chose to continue his journey at this point, travelling south this time from the port of Jeddah to the ancient and mysterious land of Yemen, home to many cities and towns, before traversing the Horn of Africa down to modern-day Somalia, Kenya and Tanzania,
I wasn't
the
taught this
important
is cool.
trade cities of Mogadishu and Mombasa. Along the way, he visited many grand mosques and palaces and met various local rulers. He then sailed back north to Oman and Mecca once more for his third Hajj in 1332. Up until this point, Battuta had already undertaken a huge trip, which would by itself surely be remembered as one of the greatest in history, travelling all the way from Morocco to Oman via Syria, Iran and Iraq. But Battuta didn't stop there. After this point, up until 1347, he embarked on possibly the greatest single journey undertaken by anyone in history. At first, he travelled north, going through Asia Minor, as usual, charming his way to being accepted by many of the local rulers, including the family who would go on to form the Ottoman Empire over the next centuries. The area was the wild frontier of Islam at the time, and its inhabitants spoke Turkic rather than Arabic. This would be the first time that he stepped completely out of his comfort zone. He then travelled further north into the lands of the Golden Horde, another successor state to the Mongols, where he had to wear many layers of clothing to keep from freezing in the cold temperatures. He then accompanied an ambassadorial mission to Constantinople, one of the greatest cities in the world at the time, where he spent a month amongst its Christian inhabitants. This would be the first time he set foot outside of Muslim lands, but certainly not the last. He then finally travelled to India via the great metropolises of the Silk Road, Samarkand and Bukhara, and the imposing Hindu Kush mountains, before finally arriving at the court of Muhammad bin Tughlaq, the Sultan of Delhi and one of the richest men in the world. He spent many years in India, precariously at risk from the paranoid ruler, who favoured him greatly at times, whilst at others remained convinced that he was plotting against him. Finally, he managed to make his escape by talking his way into an ambassadorial position to China. He travelled via the Maldives as well as Sri Lanka before finally arriving in the South China Sea, stopping off at the wealthy trade ports of Sumatra and Malaysia along the way. In China, he visited many cities, traversed the Grand Canal, and made note of the Muslim quarter of Beijing. Batuta finally arrived back in Arabia in 1348 to be greeted by the Black Death.
People don't understand real history, and they will never ever teach you this in their school system. Now, again, I was there, but you don't want to hear this, right? From somebody that was there, right? So the history of Ibn Battuta is wild, bro. It's wild. This is why when you go to these countries, right, and you really start getting this information about these people, again, it'll blow your mind. That's why you're only taught in their school system about Marco Polo, and you complaining about the children. We could teach them at home, yeah, but they go to school, they have more influence when they're in the school. Do you follow me? So if you're around a group of people, right, you get more influence when you're around certain people, and sometimes you like it's like a peer pressure thing.
Yep, it is.
I mean, or you talking that app? That's what happens. So they're not your peers, people. They're not. It's not about you fitting into what's going on. You can still hold on to your culture. Some people lose it, and that's what happened to Dean Cain. That's what happened to Charlie Sheen and them, because their last name was Estevez. I don't know if you know that or not. Emilio Estevez is the only one kept his name. Martin Sheen changed his name. Charlie Sheen changed his name. Dean Cain changed his name. All the people changed their names. Their last name is Estevez. You follow me? So what we do as so-called black people, we change our name because we want to fit in. I remember my mom used to say it all the time. They're not going to hire if you have a name with Kareem. Muhammad Ali, boy, beat a nigga. He beat a nigga into mission. They kept calling him Cassius Clay, and they kept saying, "Boop, Ali, nigga. Boop, Ali, nigga." He said, "What? What's my name?" Boop, Ali. He kept beating him. Now niggas just submit. I'm cool, brother. I don't want to lose my position, brother. They beat you. My children have the names Bay, and it's not religious, bro. It's real. Y'all better get a hold of your children, fam. Don't think that these people is going to educate you. Yes, the whiteness got a hold on them. Yes, it is. The whiteness definitely got a hold of them. And if we don't start looking out for each other, it's going to happen again. And I see it. And it's what's happening. It's with these conscious people that y'all watch every day. With this pro-black stuff and ain't doing nothing. The foundational black Americans stand for nothing. Nothing at all. If I'm wrong, I'm going to stop the video. Tell them they can email me right there in the yellow. I'm game. They stand for nothing. It's just feel goods. Feel goods. So we're using a lot of our people, big. A lot of us. And we're falling for the same okie doke over and over and over and over again. So for the people that was beating up Dean Cain, bro, listen, I'm with it, but I understand. Listen, I'm like this. I'm gonna get like this European boy right here. Let me show y'all something before we go. I'm gonna get like him. This nigga was real with it. Watch this.
Full force. Let me through, please. This is a parking lot. This is a public parking lot. Let me through.
Sure,
Let me through.
You're free to go.
Move that fucking water bottle. That's not mine. That's yours, dude.
You
Go
are
get
free
it.
to go through. It's not my water bottle.
You fucking
Why are
fascist
you-
pigs.
why are you
Get the
screaming
fuck
at
out
me?
of here, you motherfuckers. You don't belong here. None of you fucking belong here. Pieces of shit. Get the fuck out of my fucking neighborhood, fucking pussies.
I dare you.
Fucking asshole pieces of shit. Fucking fascists.
We can't do that, Sabir. That's not right. We can't do that, Sabir. That's not right to do that, Sabir. You Negroes are boy. Listen, y'all need to get this book called Nation of Cowards, bro, because that's really what we're dealing with. A nation of motherfucking cowards. The niggas ain't turning the
He
cheek.
went hard.
They're not changing it. Yeah, we go hard with each other, but the reality is you cow down on them motherfuckers, nigga. Yes, sir. I understand. So what you need? Here you go, sir. I don't want to get shot. I've been shot. And I ain't shutting up yet. So I thank y'all so much. So do me a favor. Share the videos out. That's my email in the yellow. That's the support button right there too. The Chime, PayPal, Apple Pay, Zelly. Any interviews? Let's set it up. I'm game, baby. I'm game. So please reach out to me and please do me a favor and share this video out. I gotta go. Okay? I really gotta go. All right?
Peace.
Give me a second.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
I thank y'all so much. Keep your notifications on. And please take the video and share it out.
I wanted to become an aviator, and I wanted to become a great singer. I always had the same dream. The dream was that I'm singing for hundreds of thousands of people. Beautiful people, and I got the standing ovation.
If you want to come on and show what the FBA come and stand for, come on my feed. I'll leave the link up there. I ain't going nowhere yet. If you got something that you want to share with me about the FBA, jump on the feed.
And then about the being an aviator.
Don't wait till I get off the feed like a coward.
Yo, it's time to play.
Hit that link, baby. I'll come right back on. Share this video, Tom, baby. Wait to the end. Because they be sitting there the whole time. They want to wait to the end. Tell them to share to the foundation or tell them to invite me on their shows.
We're gonna go and do something. How we did not too long ago. Static precedent, so we had to do it.
Go ahead and leave the call heard around the world from the wise of MC. She's got to pay more than half a pound. My garment got to snap it down. I got to skate, but we could probably run a back it down. Scenarios like this is tears.
Foundational black burgers ain't standing for nothing.
Because we stay cold, rhyming no different from coal mining. We both on assignment to unearth the diamond. When you start climbing and them eyes start shining, you be struggling and striving and they think you prime climbing. Maintain and keep silent, make no an observation. It's confrontation. This is the daily affirmation. My concentration. Stay focused on my recitation. About to reach my destination with no pause or hesitation. Baby, make the preparation, cause this ain't no recreation. This is pro ball. And we letting you know, y'all. It's show, y'all.
Y'all don't know, this is my brother Yasin Bey, better known as Most Def. Yasin Bey. Okay?
Doing it for dough, y'all. Get the phone call. And I'm ready to blow, y'all. About to go, y'all. Been a pleasure to know, y'all. Letting you know I'm leaving. I'm a in the city.
With tears in her eyes, she said this goodbye. Across the borders of land.
You better go check my resume before you try me. You better research
With tears in her eyes, she said this goodbye.
I'll be back home to drop these heavy ass bags of my backbone around the world with the catalog of rap songs. My baby girl is walking, been away for that long. But no, you have the quality since I was with me. My hometown is like a whole different scenery. The old timers on the stoop leaning leisurely. The new jacks up in the park smoking greenery. Easily taken for granted when you up in it, but it's sweet sinning when you been down. Around city limits breaking down, but the finish didn't no finish. Classes go B-boy image, collect the winners, cause it's the reason that we came here. This thing is not a game here, the fortune not the fame here. From the book to the Cali and the Cadillac, Chicago, no, we innovate. Infiltrate Virginia State, DC make we stimulate. Philly, no, we penetrate. Georgia make us generate. Let's celebrate to get the picks. They celebrating my jams in foreign lands. Even if man's in Japan, no why. Been a flood, make everybody out in the fun. Say it's fun, make that man my way to get it fun. Phenomenon, we got some ball balls to show y'all. Trying to get this dough, y'all, about to blow y'all. Been a pleasure to know y'all. And I'm letting you know I don't see it. I'm a in the city, traveling man. I don't see it. Tears in her eyes, she said it is really goodbye. I don't see it. Across the border the land. I'm a in the city, traveling man. Don't cry with the tears in her eyes. She said it is really goodbye. You can leave, but it's going to cost you. With tears in her eyes, she said it is really goodbye. I wish you can leave, but it's going to cost you. With tears in her eyes, she said it is really goodbye. I'm leaving on the plane. I don't know if I'll be back again. Kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hoping like you know I'll never go. Even though you know I will, I'm a traveling man. Moving through the space and time. Got a lot of things I got to do. But inshallah, coming back to you. Baby boo, I'm a traveling man. Moving through the space and time. Got a lot of things I got to do. God, when I'm coming back to you. Back to you. I'm leaving.
Now you can go get 20 of FBAs. Tell them to email me, set it up. We can do it on TikTok, YouTube, whatever y'all want. But you got to come with some facts, baby. Get out your feelings. Peace. Thank y'all very much for listening.
That breaks, setbacks, that drop.